All right. I've been doing a lot of automation stuff recently, and I write all of my scripts in a .zfunc directory and have been auto-loading them using ZSH and the autoload function. And essentially it would load this in as a script, and then if I was doing something with OSA script, then I would echo and run that command inside of it. And that got me thinking about using OSA scripts with the shebang syntax, designating it as an OSA script. So for example, if I mark this as OSA script, then I can just write OSA script, and I can evoke this just fine. It's just I have to make it executable. And that was really interesting to me as far as why am I writing all of these things in Bash when there's much better languages available? And especially if it's something like JavaScript, where it's something I can share with the community that I'm in. So that's what I'm going to explore. Is the ability to essentially the ability to write JavaScript scripts rather than relying on Bash so much. So what I want to do in my terminal here, clear this out. I'm going to make a directory called .js just in my home directory, and let's open that up. Oh, I need a code .js. All right, so there's nothing in here now, but I can write a JavaScript file in here and just call this hello world. And if I write just JavaScript in here, it's not going to work. What I have to do is mark this as a file that will be executed by Node, meaning that if I open my terminal here, I can check where my node is. So if I say which node, that means it's here. And if I which node and just copy that to my clipboard, so pb copy, pipe that into pb copy, and then I do the comment bang and paste, this is going to treat this file as oh, that is locked. This is going to treat this file as an executable JavaScript file, meaning it'll use Node, and I was very specific with my Node version on this, to launch this file. Now I'm in this current directory, and if I were to try and type hello world, it's going to say command not found, and that's because back in our ZSHRC, let me open that up. That's in my config directory. In my ZSHRC, I need to add .js to my path. So it's just exporting path and then essentially appending home/.js and then the rest of the path. So now if I close my terminal and open a new one, it should allow me to type out, you'll see it auto-completes hello world. And if I run it, it'll say permission denied. What I do to add permissions to this is with the chmod, and you can plus X on this to make it executable. Oops, chmod. And then just, I'll just do this to every file in the current directory. So that's just every file. So current directory, then every file. And now if I type hello-world, I'm to the point where it console logs hello. And each time you write a new script, you will have to make it executable. So what I'm going to do with chmod here is back in my ZSHRC file, I'm going to create a mod.js and just say make every file executable inside of my .js directory. That's what this line is saying. So anytime I add a new file inside of here, I'll just have to add mod.js. I'll have to close this, open it again, run mod.js, and now I can just simply add new files. So if I'm just going to duplicate this, I guess copy and paste it, and we'll name this again, or whatever, just again. And now with this, this is able to, if I try and type again, that's going to work. Just modding JS and running that. So copy paste another. If I type another here, you'll see that this directory is just handling all of these files. So also inside of here, let's see if this is now, VS Code is picking up on this being marked as a JavaScript file, and should give me the proper syntax, highlighting everything based on my theme. So functions and whatever var hello stuff. I think in 14, do I have top level await? Let me try that. So let me try a promise. I need to grab this line. And this is something, I can turn this into a snippet. Let me see, do I have the create insert snippet, configure user snippets? I thought I had a create new snippet extension installed, maybe not. Create new, or wait, install extension, new snippet. What does this one do? Search for snippets. Extension for creating code and managing. I think this is the one we want. Let's try that one. Because I think there's a way, if I select this and say create snippet, we'll call this node. Enter snip tags, use plus symbol. Tag it with node? I don't know. Is that gonna work? Node. There we go. So now we have that node snippet, where I can just type node and then autocomplete my snippet there. So that'll be great. And let's see. Await, promise, resolve. Hi. Let message equals hi. I think I can. Do I have top level await? It's only valid in async function. When did top level await come in? Node.js top level await. 14.3.0 and 14.4. Can I pass flags into? I'm not sure if that's a thing. Like if I can pass a flag here, makes sense that I could. Let's try it again. Let's see. I wonder if that's a thing. Bash script shebang pass flags. I don't know how exactly to Google that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. It says you can do that. Let's try just taking all of this and pointing this to our hello world. Oh, so that's still... Huh. Bring the file using node harmony top level await. Node.js. This would be something cool to learn. I can see a lot of use cases for top level awaits in scripts at least. Harmony top level await. Harmony top level await. There is a experimental, this one. All right, let's try that. Hello world. Yeah, nope. Await is only valid. Interesting. But you get the harmony features just instead of just launching node like that. Node 14.4 top level await. Oh, that's way too old. Nope, that's not what we want. I don't want to give up on this. What is that? wonder if it's not behind a Harmony flag anymore. Oh, there is no support for classic scripts. So would I have to define this as a module? I wonder if I could define a script as a module. Eh. Add to the REPL. Yeah. Maybe it's I wonder what other flags Node has. Yeah, bad option. Let's see. Can you list the options? That's too big. Print options. There we go. Create options. Print all code predictable. Log file. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Who knew that Node had so many options? I'm sure these are all super interesting to look through, because force long branches, force all emitted branches to be in a long mode. I have no idea what that means. Emit comments in code disassembly. Clear free memory. Always compact, move object to start. Wow. Wait, there's experimental stuff. I saw it. Experimental WASM. Turbo, max, trace, concurrent. V8 options. Await. Harmony await optimization. Curious what all the Harmony ones are. Harmony locale. Harmony. If there's any REPL ones. Oh well. I'll be fine without it. Yeah, I mean, I can. Then's not bad. Let's clear that out. And the world. Constol. Oh. It helps to spell things right. Not sure if you've ever noticed that one before. Okay, so now what I want to do is, since this is working, is look at some of my other bash scripts. See if I can port them over. So let's look at something like that there's a lot of them are like executing things, like extract wave is using YouTube download. Like I wouldn't extract this to a node script. This one, like generating a type of file, might make sense. That one's that's fine as bash. This one could definitely be ported over. Because this would be cool to use string interpolation in JavaScript. And arrays in bash are hard to work with. But that's a little advanced for like the first one. Layouts. List apps. Like some of these I could install. Yeah, let me set up npm in here. npm init package name. JavaScript scripts. Oh, URL friendly characters. JavaScript scripts. Enter, 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 enter. Sure. Because we could like npm install some git tools and do that stuff. Let's go slug. Interesting. Echo, egghead, slug, egghead. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I did when I set these up. So yeah, this would have to be in OSA script because you need OSA script or Apple script to get the Chrome URL. But then this, like getting the slug, that's like the brace expansion stuff and removing the everything after the trailing slash. That's really hard to read. This would make a lot more sense in JavaScript, where you're taking the URL variable, essentially the URL in Chrome, and trimming it. Let's try that. Let's try Chrome URL. Grab this. And actually, I don't need to move it over because Chrome URL is already accessible through here. I will need what's the exec thing again? Node exec script. Child process exec. Yeah. So it's child process. And exec. Now, can I just exec Chrome URL. And is that synchronous or it takes a callback? It takes a callback. Error standard out. So error URL. Let's see. So let's try hello world here. Cool. So now I have this string which I can modify. So so like if I just did let parts is URL split on the /, and I can just, you know, I can just do my normal JavaScripty type stuff. And I can take, what's that one trick to get the last thing in an array? It's like parts, grab the length, and last is parts length. Something silly like that. Last is, I can't remember what the syntax is. That? No. Length has already been declared. Just grab last element array. Destructuring. Length -1. Is that? Subzac. That's a fun one. That damages the array though. I swear I've seen. Oh, that's funny. Reverse. And make that one the last. I swear there's a length trick that I saw one time. Here we go. So, oh yeah, I flipped the destructuring syntax. So you can grab the length and then define the length -1 and assign that to last. There we go. It's my own script. No one else has to read that. Actually, why don't I just, since I'm here and I'm lazy, there's a last in here, right? Yeah, there's a last in here. Let's do slug would be part last of the parts. And log out slug instead. Yeah, I was going super fancy. Zach, have you ever written a JavaScript script and invoked it from the command line? All right, what was the end goal of this? I lost track of what I was doing. Slug, egghead, slug. You have on your iPad? Nice. Yeah, essentially, I was looking through some of my scripts in ZSH, realizing that I was doing this sort of stuff a lot, where change is like a globally installed JavaScript utility. And like I could have, instead of globally installing that, I could have just written a script and made that a tool which I can execute. So if I like look at, do I have change installed? So this is linked to change CLI. So I went through all the steps to do all of this stuff, and then npm and label a binary that I say that it would invoke, and then name it change, and then I had to npm IG the current directory. And that gave me that alias, so if I do which change, it's now linked in that bin folder, or bind, however you want to say it. But now if I npm uninstall g change, so if I which change, it's not found, I can essentially take all of this, copy it over into my .js folder. We'll call this change, paste everything. And if I, let me make sure I npm install change case, command line args and title case, I should be able to run change after I chmod. So chmod, plus x makes this file executable. So now I can do that. And if I do which change, it's pointing to a JavaScript script rather than this entire project that I set up. So I was thinking I could have a .js directory, and that's something like I could just commit to GitHub, and people could share like these scripts, and use them to be invoked globally. One thing I can do here is, it looks like if you close these and reopen them, they'll detect that it's a JavaScript file. If not, you can always just say change language mode and set it to JavaScript or JavaScript React or whatever it is. But anywho, are these flags going to work? So change option definitions. Can I change -c? Because I'm going to have to read in line 26. I wonder, is command line args working here? Case function is not a function. So case function is generated by options case. Let's see. It's been a while since I've used this. me console log the options that come through when I do a -c. Change -c. Case is hello case. Oh, oh, I have to give it a name. Later, Zach. I have to do change C and snake. Oops. There we go. So let me get rid of this. Now we're back in business. Another one I have is a project name generator. Where is that? Project name, and so it looks like which project name generator that's not installed. I think that's just an npm module. Project name generator. Yet another name generator. This one. And let's see. So I just installed this globally before, which I can do again, but I think I'll wrap it. Like if I install npm project name generator here and give myself some options. Like before I used, I think I called it name. And then that copied the output to the clipboard. Oh, I guess these scripts could copy things to clipboard too, without doing pb copy. Didn't think about that. Yeah, let's refactor name. So project name is AO dashed. So let's figure out how to use this. I'm just going to do the same naming scheme here. New file. Project name. And get rid of what do I call? Let's do this one can be slug. Do I have 2 slugs now? I might have 2 slugs now. I'm gonna name this slug.js for now, just in case. And in project name, we're going to bring generate over. We need to bring in our node shebang. Oh, I thought that saved that snippet. All right. And now if I just close that and reopen it, I should get some, okay, JavaScript highlighting. Alrighty. And its usage as a CLI lets you pass in this sort of stuff. So I can kind of configure that. I'm going to bring in my command line args. And I wonder if I could just have all of my scripts inject command line args. Probably not. Option definitions. Let's make this bigger. This is how you use it. And then so words number 2. I like alliterative. So let's do -A and -W. Alliterative. A default value. By default, default option true, and name words -W, type of string, default value 2, and is dashed. What was the CLI for dashed? I can't remember. That was in project. Oops. -O. That stands for output. Okay. Let's go back here. Delete these comments. And name, output, alias, O, type, string. I guess this is a number. And that's a Boolean. I assume that's how that works. Let me double check. Yeah, uppercase Boolean. Okay. Default option. Options definitions. Let's look at that. Default option is a Boolean. Any values unaccounted for by an option definition will be set on the default option. This flag is. Okay. So default option. Value true. What time is it? Here's someone knocking on my door. Default value. I'm just gonna get to the end of this and then I gotta answer my door. Dashed. All right, I gotta run. Sorry.